Melissa Gilbert opens up about her marriage to Timothy Busfield. Trust, heartbreak, and a life turned upside down. For more than a decade, Melissa Gilbert believed she had finally found a lasting love. The actress, best known for playing Laura Ingalls Wilder on Little House on the Prairie, had already experienced several difficult chapters in her personal life before meeting Timothy Busfield. They began dating in 2012, and their relationship quickly became serious. In April 2013, Gilbert and Busfield married in a private ceremony in California. For Gilbert, this seemed like a new beginning. After years of fame, relationships, marriage, divorce, and the pressures of growing up in Hollywood, she appeared to have found something she deeply valued: stability. But more than a decade later, their marriage would face an extraordinary crisis. And suddenly, Gilbert found herself having to defend not only her husband, but also the decision she made when she married him: a marriage built on trust. When Gilbert and Busfield met, neither was unfamiliar with complicated relationships. Gilbert had previously been married to Bo Brinkman and Bruce Boxleitner. Busfield had also experienced marriage and family life. Their relationship was therefore different from a typical young Hollywood romance. They were adults who believed they understood what they wanted. They built a life together and largely kept their relationship away from the constant attention of Hollywood. For years, their marriage appeared to be a private and stable chapter in Gilbert's life. But in 2026, that stability was shattered. Gilbert says she knew about his past. One of the most important details in this story is that Gilbert says she already knew about allegations involving Busfield's past before they married. When she learned about those allegations, she says she confronted Busfield and asked him directly about them. According to Gilbert, he gave her an explanation, and she believed him. That means this was not, according to Gilbert, a story about discovering a secret after years of marriage. She says she knew about the allegations before making the decision to become his wife. And she believed she understood the situation. That decision would become extremely important when new allegations emerged years later. Everything changed in 2026. In January 2026, Timothy Busfield surrendered to authorities in New Mexico after an arrest warrant was issued. The allegations involved two 11-year-old boys connected to the production of The Cleaning Lady. Busfield denied the allegations. He was later indicted by a grand jury on 4 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor and pleaded not guilty. It is extremely important to remember that these are allegations and charges, not convictions. The legal process must determine what happened. But for Melissa Gilbert, the impact was immediate. Her private marriage became a public story. Her husband's name appeared in headlines. People began questioning their relationship. And Gilbert found herself facing questions about why she continued to stand beside him. Did Melissa Gilbert regret her marriage? This is where the story becomes more complicated than many headlines suggest. Gilbert has not publicly said that she regrets marrying Timothy Busfield. Instead, she has repeatedly defended him and said that she believes his account. She has described the situation as devastating and deeply traumatic. So the heartbreak may not be about regretting the person she chose. It may be about losing the future she believed they had. For more than 13 years, Gilbert and Busfield created a life together. They made plans, they built memories, they developed a shared sense of home and family. Then suddenly, everything became uncertain. Gilbert has spoken about grieving the life they knew before the allegations and legal case. And that may be the real tragedy behind the headlines. Our life as we knew it. Gilbert has described the experience as one of the most traumatic periods of their lives. She has also expressed concern that even if Busfield is ultimately cleared, his reputation may never completely recover. That fear is understandable. In today's media environment, an allegation can spread around the world within minutes. Even when someone denies wrongdoing, the accusation itself can remain permanently connected to their name. For Gilbert, that means the future she once imagined may never look exactly the same. The legal outcome could change, but the public attention has already changed their lives. Why does she still believe him? That is perhaps the most difficult question surrounding Gilbert. Why would she continue supporting her husband while he faces such serious allegations? Her answer is based on trust. Gilbert says she knows Timothy Busfield better than most people do. She says she questioned him about his past before they married, and she says she believes his explanation. She has also made clear that she does not believe he committed the acts he has been accused of committing. That is her personal position. Whether others agree with her is a different question, but it explains why she continues to stand beside him. For Gilbert, this is not simply about defending a celebrity. It is about defending the man she has shared more than a decade of her life with. When the past comes back. Knowing about allegations before marriage can create an especially complicated emotional situation. At the time, Gilbert believed she had made an informed decision. But when new allegations appeared years later, the past inevitably returned. Old conversations can suddenly feel different. Old decisions can suddenly be questioned. And a person can begin asking themselves, did I know enough? Did I trust the right person? Could I have seen something differently? Those questions can be incredibly painful. Yet Gilbert has continued to publicly maintain that she believes her husband. And that means she is not only defending Busfield, she is also defending the judgment she made more than a decade ago. The woman behind the Hollywood image. Melissa Gilbert has spent most of her life being watched. Millions of people knew her as Laura from Little House on the Prairie. They watched her grow up on television. But behind that famous image is a woman who has experienced the complicated realities of adult life. She has experienced marriage, divorce, motherhood, aging, professional success, and personal struggles. Now she is facing another chapter that she never expected. Her marriage is being discussed publicly. Her husband is facing serious criminal allegations. And she is being asked why she continues to believe him. That is an enormous emotional burden, because regardless of the eventual legal outcome, Gilbert's life has already been transformed. What happens now? The legal case against Timothy Busfield remains the most important unanswered part of this story. Busfield has denied the allegations and pleaded not guilty. The accusations must be evaluated through the legal system, and it is important not to present them as proven facts. Gilbert, meanwhile, has made her position clear. She believes her husband. She believes he will ultimately be cleared, and she continues to stand beside him. But she also understands that even if the legal outcome is favorable, the damage to their private life may not disappear. Their reputation may be affected. Their plans have changed, and the life they knew before 2026 may never completely return. The real story. The real story is not simply that Melissa Gilbert discovered a secret about her husband and regretted marrying him. The public statements available do not support that simple version. The deeper story is about trust. It is about a woman who says she knew about difficult allegations before marriage, believed the explanation she received, spent more than a decade building a life with Timothy Busfield, and then found herself facing a crisis that changed everything. Now she must live with questions that have no easy answers. Did she make the right decision? Did she trust the right person? And what happens when the future you planned suddenly disappears? Melissa Gilbert has not publicly answered those questions by saying she regrets her marriage. Instead, she has continued to say that she believes Timothy Busfield. The courts will determine the legal facts. The public will have its opinions. But for Gilbert, this is not just another Hollywood headline. It is her real life. And perhaps that is what makes this story so heartbreaking. Because sometimes the greatest pain is not discovering that your future has changed. It is realizing that the future you spent years building may never look the same again.